You are all welcome. In this video, we want to see how we can use find and replace command in Microsoft Office Word. Click on where you have find. It is at this extreme right. Click on find. Once you click on find, you will see that you have find and replace light-up box. You can also use CTRL F on the keyboard. It will still bring out the find and replace dialog box. Then once you have find and replace dialog box, you will now see that you have 3 tabs in that dialog box. You have find tab, you have replace tab, and you have go to tab. I want to explain these 3 things so you can know how to use them effectively. First, we want to go to find tab. Find tab will help you to find a particular word or phrase in this document. What do you want to find? Anything that you want to find. Maybe you think and believe that this document contains a word. For example, capital. If this document contains a word like capital, then you want to find and see where capital is located. You can use that command, find. Then type the word you want to find, like capital. Then you click on find next. The Word document will search for that word capital, find it for you. Anywhere there is capital, it will find it for you. But take note, if for instance you want to replace that capital with another word, that's when you will now go to where you have replace. Now you will now have under replace tab, you have find words, replace with. It is the find words that you will now type the word you want to find, like capital in our case. You type capital here, then replace it with what? You now type the word you want to replace it with. For instance, asset. If you want to replace capital with assets or resources, whatever you want to replace with, type what you want to replace with. Then click on replace. It will replace it. But take note, if you click on replace all, it will replace all the capital that is in this document with the word asset. But there is need for you not to replace all at the same time, because this capital may have some suffix, that's words attached to it, to make a different meaning. For instance, on the screen here we have capitalist. If you now say replace all, that means it will now replace this capitalist with assets, and it will now become assetist, which will not have any meaning. So there is need for you to allow it to replace one after another, so that you monitor what it is replacing, so that if there is any suffix attached to a word or prefix attached to the root word, you can determine not to replace it, or you ignore that one and pass. When you get to the one you want to replace, you can now say replace. You can keep on replacing like that till you get to the end of this document. So that is how you can use find, and that is how you can use replace, which will don't give you what to find and you don't give what to replace with. Then how can you use go to command? Go to, which is the take tab in this find and replace dialog box, will enable you to go to maybe a certain page in your document, or a certain section in your document, or a certain line in your document. You can go to a particular footnote, comments, endnotes, and other things that you have here. You can go to a particular table, you can go to a particular equation. So this will now help you to know and go to a particular place straight. Let's assume now we are in page 28 of this document, which is the total pages is 101. Then now you want to go to page 1, which is the very first page of this document. You now specify that you want to go to page by clicking on page here. Under go to what, you specify what you want to go to. Then come to where you have enter page number, the page number you want to go to. You now click and type that you want to go to page 1. Then click on go to button here that will now take you to page 1. Once you just click go to, you now see that it takes you now to page 1 of this document. And now you now say go to, you specify 20 or 21. You now click go to, it takes you to page 21 of this document. Then what if you have specified that there's a problem in a particular line, maybe line 5 of this document? You now come to line and then enter the line number that you want to go to straight, that you want to go to line 12 of this document. You click go to, it will now take you directly to page or line 12 of this document. See where the cursor is blinking, this area, the cursor is blinking here in this area. Then are you sure that is line 12 of this document? If you want to count, you can count up that line, you can count up that you now see that it is line 12 of the document. That is it. The first line, the second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That where area is located, which the cursor is blinking, is the line that you are going to straight. In this, or using this feature of Microsoft Office Word, you will not be scrolling from one page to another. If you know a particular page that you are going, you can now use that command. You can use Ctrl F. It will activate the find and replace dialog box, but this time it is the find that will be active. It is the find that will be active. Then if you want to go to use go to command in shortcut, you now press Ctrl G. It will prompt that go to command for you to use. That Ctrl G will prompt go to tab in that find and replace dialog box. Then if you want to go to table, just click table here, and if you have numbered your table well, you can now specify that you want to go to table 1. Then you say go to. It will take you to the very first table in this document. which is 3, table 3.1. And if you now say that you want to go to table 2, then you say go to, takes you to table 2. Yes. So if you number your table 1, 2, 3, 4, it will. But even if you don't number, it will automatically knows the table number 1, table number 2. And if you now say you want to go to table number 4, if there is table 4 in this document and you click go to, it takes you to that table number 4. So with this now, you can see that you don't have to keep on scrolling your document from one page to another. You can go to a particular page like page 5, or go to a particular page 80, go to a particular line, maybe line 10, provided you know the number of line. You can go to straight, and if there is one word that you want to replace with another, instead of you sitting down to search for the word one after another, you search for it, use find. Find will now takes you to where that word is located, and if you want to replace that word with another word, just use find and replace, which is you will use replace tab. With replace tab here, it will give you find words. You specify what you want to find and then replace it with what. Then you type what you want to replace it with. But take note, use replace button down here. Or if you are very sure that the word does not has any prefix or suffix, that is words attached to its beginning part of it and words attached to the end part of it respectively, that means you can now use replace all, because replace all will replace, even if it is 100 times that the word is located in this document, it will replace all at the same time and then tell you that the word has finished replacement and that it has replaced maybe 100 times, 50 times. So that is how you can use find and replace dialog box and find and replace command effectively in Microsoft Office Word 2007 or any other version of Microsoft Office Word. Please click the subscribe button below so that you can be having more videos, and also click the notification icon that is on the screen too, so that any video that will come your way, you will be among those who will first have the video. Thank you, and come back next time for more videos.